Yeah, there could be a fish hiding there. Come on now, it needs to come out. Welcome to this new video. Today it's going to be my predator fishing opener. And I've chosen a very special spot because I'm right in the city center and I brought my float tube. It's going to allow me to drift right in the heart of the city and fish in areas that are normally inaccessible. So, with my FLT B9 I have my turbine underneath with my battery, which will also allow me to go back up the current and fish this first spot right here, a beautiful spillway. There's muddy water coming down, the water levels have risen, that means there's grass under the water here. In just a few days the water has risen a lot, so the fish are probably in calmer spots like this one in front of me. Well, this place is known for having very, very big pikes. There have been fish over 1.10 m caught here, right in the heart of the city. It's fished a lot, it can be really tough, but right now the conditions are exceptional. So this is a drift I've never done before, it's going to be a first for me. I'm taking you with me and I hope to catch a big pike for my opening. Subtitles. Well, before putting the float tube in the water, here's a small launch ramp. The water level has really risen. There's a lot of current. That's what I was telling you just before. And it creates a buffer zone with, well, grass, areas where the pike can rest and settle in to hunt. That's where I'll grab a small rod now. Instead of making noise launching my float tube, I'll make a few casts first with my shed, followed by a rock vibe. Here is the main current. There the wall goes down. So there's grass. Well, that continues here. So that means there are weeds, a drop-off, a slack water area, and above all, well, there's the whole bank wall. It's incredible. That's what's great about fishing in the city. There are really spots everywhere. And it can hide, well, some really crazy fish on some really tiny spots. It makes me happy. It's my first cast of the season in the river to fish for pike. What a joy. So, without realizing it, we can also be right at the edge there. We can be there without hiding. I'm going to move over to fish along the dock. And then I'm going to take the float tube. Let's go. It was worth a try. Now I just can't wait to get in the water and go check out the spillway behind. There must be fish hiding there. I'm rarely this well equipped. This time I brought everything I need. The different rods for pike fishing. I've got huge lures. I've got 8-inch rock vibe to really try to catch the big ones. I also have smaller rods to go after perch. So I've really got everything I need to have fun and adapt to different spots. Alright. Under. I'm tack, putting on my fins. There you go. Great. And right here I have my little wheel with my turbine, which will allow me to steer my raft and go upstream if needed. There you go. There's so much flow and so much current that even at full power I'm having trouble going upstream. I think it could really also be hiding some catfish. These are really, really great conditions because normally here the water is pretty clear in the city center and the fish are tough. Now that things are murky, this could actually benefit me. I'm going to head back up calmly. There you go. And here, given the spot, I think there could be some big perch. I'll make a few casts with my small spinning rod. With the little gobus, a goby imitation, it looks like this. With a hook in the dorsal fin, I can go through the rocks, since there are often many behind spillways like this. All right, here we go. A lot of rocks. The current is really insane. This is insane. I don't know if the fish can stay in the area. Maybe we'll need to check calmer areas further down for them. I'm gonna try to move forward a bit in the current. There's way too much current there. The fish can't stay there. It will be too hard for me to fish. I'll let myself drift, yeah. I'm going to head farther down. I'm going to fish for pike while drifting. Slowly. I'm going to put my chatterbait back on. I'm trying to hold my position because there's a nice spot here. There's a calm area right in front of the bridge. And back there, the setup changes. There's a whole stretch with trees. I think I'm going to change my technique. I'm going to switch to another lure. And after that, we'll go through all the urban areas, along the docks, along the buildings, and also in an old mill. That will be the last spot. It's the one with the most potential. I'm really looking forward to it. There in the trees, it's going to be pretty well known, you know? Yeah. Given the current, in my opinion, they're really going to be hiding in the roots, along the banks, and in the trees, you know, to shelter from the current and to ambush their prey. It's the same here, the small sheltered spots. It's hard to stay in place in the current. I avoid using the engine to reduce noise. I'll change my technique since there are many roots and branches in the water, and I need to get through. Well, here, I'd say there's a good 300, 400 meters with a lot of trees, branches, and roots, and these are the only areas where the current is broken. With the chatterbait, I tend to go too fast and want to focus more on those areas. So that's why I'm going to switch to a rock vibe, Texas rigged with a small blade underneath. And the Texas rig will allow me precisely, well, to fish cleanly without too much risk of getting snagged in the weeds and in those roots. Because the hook is hidden, obstacles just slide over it. But when the pike comes, it'll move the hook and get caught. Here I put on a 6.5-inch rock vibe. It'll make some good vibrations, and it's a new color released in 2026. A bright green that will stand out perfectly in this murky water. All right, I'm going to set this up. And there we go. Yeah, pretty nice there. Magnificent. There we go. Great. Perfect. Now I can really go along the edge. I'm not afraid to let my lure sink. I can also make it skip like this. Under the branches, which I couldn't do with the shatter. That leaves me with 1 cast per spot. It's pretty frustrating. I can't hold on in this current, it's too strong. There, that's nice, right? I barely have time to make 1 cast per spot. Yeah, I already have to reel it in. I hope it'll be easier downtown. Normally, with all the structure, the bank walls and so on, I should find what I'm looking for. For starters, there's less current. It's much simpler. Fishing in the city center can be really tough because those areas are heavily fished. On the other hand, those areas are always full of fish and can really hold some very big ones. So you just have to get lucky and find them. But it could also be a bite from a large fish. That's why I'm focused and really concentrating. Because right now they're definitely holding in this kind of area. There's so much current everywhere. They're definitely, well, on the edges, you know, or in the slack water areas. Wow. The dead tree there is beautiful. That one, I'm not going to miss it. You'll see, it's incredible. Here it feels like we're in a really wild area, except actually there are buildings all around. And right after the bridge there, well, now it's just urbanization. There won't be a single tree. It'll be completely different to fish there. It's pretty crazy. Well, that's the last tree, and after that, I'm in the urbanized area. All right, I'm changing my lure and technique to try fishing for perch or zander. Because here there's a great countercurrent area with 2 big sewer outlets. And, well, it could definitely be a good spot for perch, even for zander. I know that the zander has finished spawning here. Depending on the area, be careful. They may still be on their nests. That's not the case here. Targeting zander can be interesting. I'll use a small rock vibe like this. It's 3 1/4 inches. There you go, it's just 3 grams and lightly weighted. And like that, it will glide really well. That doesn't mean I can't encounter other species too. All right, let's go with that. Behind in the sewer outlets. Yeah, big change of scenery, huh? Now that's it, it's all urbanization. There isn't a single tree in the water anymore. Now, fishing is going to be different. I can also fish with really big lures right along the docks. I'm thinking especially with this one. That's going to be my plan right after these little sewer outlets. And right after that, there's an entrance over there on the left that will take me to an old mill. And that'll be my last spot. And I'm going to focus for the rest of the afternoon on that area. Right there, there's a little sewer outlet. Usually those are ambush spots for perch. I'm going to try casting in there. As for the way I work the lure, it's really very simple. I let my lure sink to the bottom. Tap. I keep the rod pretty high to control the line, and once I see the slack line actually, when it goes tap, it means it's on the bottom. And I just do 2 or 3 turns of the handle and I wait. I do everything with the reel. The lure rises and falls gently, gliding smoothly. That technique usually works well for Zander, and it can catch anything. And here there's also some lighter water coming out of the sewer. Here it's deep. Yeah, there could be fish hiding here. Yes, Zander. I've got a table full of Zander here. I really got blasted, you know. That really gave me a jolt. I missed it. I thought I had it. There you go. It's garbage. Nothing but garbage. It's disgusting. It's a mix of hair, cigarette butts, it's definitely a sewer outlet, huh? So don't eat your fish in the city, okay? All right, I'm gonna check out that dock that was sheltered from the current. And I'm going to try for the big pike with this lure. It's a rock vibe, 8 inches with a big orange head and little beads inside. The idea is to fish slowly with this to push water. I'm going to fish along the dock. And I'm going to work this spot for a good hour. I'm going to fish a bit along this dock, that one, and then I'll move a little further. Big pikes often stay near structures. Thank you. Yeah, beautiful. I'll try on the other side too. I'm really hoping to see a big mouth open up right there. Well, it would be nice if I could at least catch a pike for my opening day. Anyway, fishing doesn't seem to be easy. There we go. Now, I'm going to cut the engine and switch back to the small lure. This is the spot I was waiting for. It's a small side channel in the heart of the city. It stretches out and goes toward an old mill with structures, areas that I really love to fish. And I know from experience that when the water levels suddenly rise like this, well, it creates a strong current on the main river, and the fish come to take refuge in this kind of place. So there can be a nice concentration of fish here. Oh, the table. My lure got taken off. I took a good hit there. It looked like a 1 meter fish, didn't it? The hit I took, well, it didn't take long to get a bite. It's about time because fishing isn't easy, you know. I'm going to check out the other wall. I got a great bite, so there are fish under the bridge. Yeah, yes. What is it? Oh! So this one is really, really tiny. You wonder how it even managed to catch a lure? Yeah, no, but this is incredible. I've never seen a Zander this small. Look at that. Well, he was greedy, huh? My big guy? Yes. A Zander is voracious. It's incredible. I don't know how I managed to catch it. I don't know how I managed to hook it. I didn't think I'd catch such a small Zander. Yeah, go on, fish. Yes. Yep, fish on. I didn't know what it was at first. Tiny little Zander. Magnificent. He inhaled it. It was right on a current seam there. If he took it from me, it means he liked the color. I'm gonna put it in the nets. In the meantime, yeah, fish on. It's really small. There we go. A tiny Zander. They're in the area, right? A lot of small ones. There are probably bigger ones in the water. Yeah, that's a nice fish, yes. Magnificent. Oh, yes. What is it? A pike? I thought it was a nice Zander. It can't cut me off. Yeah, great. All right, well, I get a little pike under the bridge right after a little Zander. Magnificent. This feels so good. Let's go. Yep, great. The new color is a hit, huh? It's nice. I think I landed in a good spot at the right time. There are some active Zander and pike. So after a small pike, that's nice. My first pike, 2026 in the river for my opening day. Well, it's not a big one, it's not a keeper, but it's really nice. Right after a small Zander. Come on, really good. Yes. And there was the Zander that went through. In a hole in my landing net. I took my exo landing net, and I made the mistake of putting a rock in it. It made a hole. The little Zander, he found it. I don't remember exactly where it is. But that's the story. All right, I'm going to go back to the spot. Because there are fish there. Maybe we haven't missed the peak activity. Here we go again. I'm casting out there.
C'est pas dit que je reprenne les...
No, I should move towards the mill over there. That's the best spot. What the hell is that? There's a pigeon, there's a dead pigeon drifting over there. It must have drowned. Fishing in the city is always like this. Either you see trash or you see dead animals floating. It's pretty crazy. Oh, that touches you. As I move closer to the tree there, I just saw a pike. There's a pike right there in the branches. Well, that's not a big pike. I'll see if I can try to get it like this with a soft lure. It got scared. It took off. They're on the edges, really in the branches. Yeah, I'm going to reel in the rod while fishing for pike. I'm going to fish with this. There we go. This will allow me to fish properly and focus on the edges. It's a big edge pike color. I'll really be able to weave between the branches, no problem. I'll still go through it again, just in case. It's a pike about 60 centimeters. 55, 60 centimeters. There you go. There. It's tough seeing the fish like that. I really have to look in the branches. Thank you. There are some nice spots. So let me explain my little strategy. Here I'm in a channel with not many obstacles. There are a few trees, a few roots here and there, but overall it's stone embankments. The idea with the retrieve is actually to move the grand edge really slowly along the edges to try to get a pike to come out. I'll take the large one for now. Then I'll try to get closer to the rocks. Because here you can see there are holes, but maybe it's the same. Underwater there could also be holes. A broken wall, a collapsed wall, and those are areas with cover for pike. Clear, perfect. So, I'm going to do 2 short pulls, then a pause. 2 short pulls, then a pause. Ooh! There's a fish. There's an injured fish. I tried to catch it with the net. It has a huge mark. It looks like a pike bite. Yes, I have it, yes. It's a crucian carp that got bitten by a pike. Yeah, it got shredded by a big pike. Yeah, look at the cuts on it. Poor thing. Damn. In my opinion, it wasn't a small pike that did that to it. So there must be some big pikes around here. That's interesting. There. I'm approaching another small bridge. Very nice. I'm going to focus on the area. You know, I'm starting to see the big mill back there. It's an old building with an old wooden wheel, and there's a spillway. There are many fishing spots there. It's beautiful. Also, there are trees there again. Typically, the pike I saw earlier was positioned like that, on the surface in this kind of area. I'm really going to have to go through all the brambles and all the ivy that's hanging down. That spot might already be hiding a nice pike. Come through like that. There you go. I'll do the other wall. Yeah, I have to do all of that. The advantage of this lure is that I can really almost hold it in place in front of obstacles. Thank you. It's really not bad for pulling a fish out of this kind of spot. Come on, a good bite would be nice now. It's beautiful. Everything I love is here. Arriving at a place like this gives me chills. I know there are always big fish to flush out in this kind of place. I'm going to fish the little bush over there, and then I'll change my technique. I think I'll try jigging a bit for perch. Yeah, it's beautiful, huh? Yeah. Come on. Anyway, pike fishing is complicated. It gives me a little break by switching to another kind of fishing. It's not so bad. I'm going to get closer to the structure. Earlier, I saw a dead pigeon that had drowned on the surface of the water. And just now, I actually saw a pigeon come out of the holes that are right there. And actually, I think they must have, made their nest in there. The water level suddenly rose. And so, well, he ended up stuck. And then I saw him coming out of that hole, even though there was water. And he's drowning. He's right there in the branches. I'm going to try to save him. At least to put him on the wall. There, he's caught in the brambles, poor thing. So, he's going to get eaten by a catfish, poor thing. So, there. Poor thing. The problem is, cats are everywhere. I saw a cat on that side. I saw a cat over there. I'm going to put him down on the other side, over there. There aren't any cats over there. He's stressed, huh? New catch. That wasn't planned. Allez. Come on then. We'll let him recover from the shock. And actually, he's cold. I think right now he's hypothermic. Okay, now I'm going to talk a little bit about pike fishing. Now, I'm going to try to catch a big perch or a nice zander, and I'm going to add to that a little white gobus. That will allow me to go, directly into the structures of the old mill. There are often concrete slabs and drop-offs in this area, and I'm going to try to fish slowly on the bottom. Let's go. First, let's see if there's a little bit of water. Here. Yeah, it's deep, huh? Come on, there's easily 3 or 4 meters of depth right in front of the mill. I'll try to work it slowly through the whole area. There's also a hole over there that goes under the mill. I'm also going to try casting a little bit into the spillway. Once I've fished like this pretty light, I'll go back over it, but this time for pike. That's it. With my big lure. And I think that given the depth in front of the mill, there might be a chance that there are, some big pike in the area. This will be my last attempt. Fish, yes, yeah, it's a nice fish. It's a nice fish. Oh, huge perch. Huge perch. Oh, yeah. Ha! Ha! Yes, with a goby right in front of the mill wheel. Unhook it in the nets. The perch is my favorite fish. And catching a perch of this size right in the city center is exceptional. It's beautiful. It must be around 40 centimeters. And generally these are fish that live in groups. They can be solitary when they reach this size, but they can also be in groups of 2 or 3. So what I'm going to do is put it back in the nets and return to the hole that's just behind, well, the old mill. I'll try again with the little goby. There must be more predators too. All right, I'm getting back in position. I let my lure sink properly. And I really caught it right on the bottom, you know? There must be others, right? Well, yeah. Impossible to get another hit. After catching that perch, I expected to catch a fish. I'm going to end the day fishing for pike here. I'm going to fish along the drop-off around the mill. And I'm even going to cover the whole area again, really using big bait. There you go, with the big 8-inch rock vibe and the head I used earlier downtown. I'm going to go straight to check out the structures. There's one over there that caught my eye. It's a recessed pocket in the mill. I've already caught pike in places like this before. And even some nice pike. Yeah, a fish could be hiding there. Yeah, there's a bit of water too. That's on the edge there. The orange lure stands out. It's beautiful, huh? Anyway, it was worth it, huh? I'll try in the spillway over there. I'm dreaming of getting a big bite, especially with the big pike around, that's certain. There are definitely some in this area. Come on now, come out. Alright, that's the end of the session for me. Now I have a good hour to go back up the river and get to the car. Let me know how it went for you. For me, the start of pike season looks tough. But still, I'm not going to complain. Beautiful perch, some small zander, some good action. And feel free to subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next, because there are all kinds of different videos coming up in amazing locations and with lots of different fish. I'll see you very soon.